Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's the new season in the game Once Human. In this video, I'll show you different level up methods to maximize your time, to level up and reach level 50 super quick, in just stage 1 of the server or even less than a day. And here's the best part, most of the time you're just AFKing. Sounds tempting, isn't it? I will give you so many useful little tips to help you save some valuable time here and there. So follow along and learn about what is the best way to get your experience points. Let's get started. The first one you might already know is to beat Salt Bay. Pick a spot right next to the ocean or the coastline to place your base. I suggest you to do this at the very beginning when you reach the ground at level 1. After activating the teleportation tower on the first safe house, Deathsville, rush to the beach and do it right away. Remember to search the vehicles on your way there to get scraps, so you can quickly get the materials for your first motorbike. Click J and it will open up the journey page. There are so many missions with super simple tasks. Placing a wall, placing a door, and you can have it all. It gives you experience and money, and when you level up, you will get points to unlock more memetics. And some of the memetics doesn't cost you money, and you can reset the memetics to get your points back with no cost at all. Make sure you remember that. So cut some trees, mine some copper, search a few cars, and you will have all the materials to make your first stove. Collect water by the ocean to get seawater and turn it into salt. Super easy. While the stove is doing the cooking, how to do settlements and do some searching for materials. You don't really need to do all the objectives of the settlement. But activating the anchors are necessary because you need to activate them to finish the main quest, which leads you to the boss fighting Monolith later on. Opening the mystical crate so you can get blueprints for your weapons and armor. But if you already did this last season, getting the mystical crate is not the most important thing you need to do just for now. You can always come back for them. We are only here to loot some materials for the next step, and also unlock the safe house and teleportation towers along the way. In order to make a salt factory, you need to unlock electric stoves as soon as possible, and as many as possible. So you don't have to waste time cutting down trees to make charcoal to cook the salt really slowly. But to do that, you need to have electricity first by unlocking the solar generators. You might wonder, that's a lot of materials. Should I get the materials from my space-time backpack and spend the very limited materials points? The answer is yes and no. There are some materials that definitely worth spending, like refined parts and fireproof plastics. You only need 4 of them each, which only costs 5 points for one material, so a total 40 points for one solar generator. Not bad at all. Especially you can only get those in the level 20 something area, which is kinda dangerous for someone only like level 5 or so with no upgraded weapons and armor. Also, you use money to buy time, which applies in the real world as well. But other materials I suggest that you gather in the new season without transferring, as they are pretty easy to find in the level 1 area, except the steel ingot from iron ore. But all you need to do is to drive just a little bit out of the newbie area to dig those in the wild. No need to fight monsters. Easy peasy. Ta-da! A salt factory. Take all the salt you can carry and sell the salt to the NPC merchant in the safe house. And get rich. Each NPC have a selling limit of $50,000 each week. After 20-something runs to sell the salt, you can sell no more until it resets next week. You can store it for later use to cook some yummy food. But who needs that much sodium? Storage facilities have a built-in limit, so you can't really just put the salt in storage infinitely. To get rid of the salt, you can drop it on the floor, but the system requires you to hold the X key to discard one stack of items on the floor, which takes so long to do so. And there are so many stacks. The fastest way is to click Escape. In the right top corner, there is an internal land icon. Manage materials, sell, select, so you can select multiple stacks of items. Choose all the salt you need to get rid of and sell it. And it will turn into astral sand, which you can use it as a currency in internal land, which is a better way than just dropping the salt on the floor. The second method, which you should absolutely choose to replace the salt factory. There are still so many people teaching other people to make salt from level 1 until level 50. But after you sell and reach the weekly limit to sell items to NPC, you should really consider moving to the river or lake, or anywhere with fresh water, so you can cook boiled water. Interesting, huh? But this method works the best if you are only playing with a group of friends that have the same goal, which is level up by just AFKing. Every seawater turns into 1 salt, and every 3 dirty water turns into 1 boiled water. You may ask, why the hell am I using 3 times of resources to make something that gives me the same EXP? Are you out of your damn mind? This is the time I showcase the Asian superpower, mathematics. So here are some facts. Not all Asians are good at math. I tricked you.
Emotional damage.
When my friends tried to explain this to me, I just couldn't get it. I got a headache just by listening to all the numbers. Who likes math? It's so boring. Well, unless you like boring math. But then, after my beauty sleep, I get it. I think I can explain this with constants instead of numbers. But still, you need to know some boring numbers. At the beginning of server event stage 1, your base can only place up to 4 small solar generators, which is 60 watts in total, and each electric stove uses 3 watts, so you can build up to 20 stoves. To collect water, in 1 minute you can collect exactly 600 units, no matter if it is seawater or dirty water. And making 99 salts need 8 minutes 15 seconds. You get 89 EXP, while making 99 boiled water only takes 3 minutes and 18 seconds. And you can get 89 EXP as well. And here's the reason why this method is best to do it with friends. When a player collects water, if the backpack is full, the water will drop as junk. if they went to work or went to sleep or watched YouTube on my YouTube channel. This is the time you should share my YouTube channel to them and subscribe. They can just collect water for you while they AFK. It might be easier to understand if you imagine all your friends that AFK are actually water pumps. You pump water super fast that creates overflow. Sure, you want to store overflow water as much as you can, but even if you have 64 slots of storage, it is still not even enough to store all the water because the game system actually sets a limit of storage you can create in one base. If you are not properly storing those water that dropped as junk will eventually disappear. So this is actually a logistic problem, since the original sources are fixed amounts, which are your water pump friends that you cannot kill. And it is basically impossible to store all the water that overflows with limited storage. The only way is to cook them as fast as you can. So that's why making boiled water with just 3 minutes is gonna free up the stoves much faster than making 8 minutes of salt. Also, you get this same 89 EXP with just 3 minutes instead of 8 minutes. Why not get EXP faster? You can combine bases with others so you have more stoves, but farming the materials for 2 bases, a total of 40 stoves and 8 solar generators takes time. And we are just lazy and we don't want to do that, which is our goal, to level up efficiently, but most of the time, AFK. With this method, you can reach level 50 in maybe one day, even just a couple of hours if you have a warband to do this together with accessing more of the stoves. Coordinate with other people, take shifts, use the time you save and enjoy your real life. My friend said 8 people as water pumps can provide for 3 people, that 3 players can reach level 50 in just a few hours. Although I'm skeptical and unfortunately I cannot confirm this, and again, I can't do math. But if you can, please leave a formula and calculation in the comment section. I'm really grateful if anyone can chip in to help the community, and thank you in advance for your knowledge. The third method is not the fastest way and you can't AFK, but certainly easy. Is to make blueberry soda. When you dig for coppers or other minerals to make your stoves, generators, motorbike, besides the ore you need, the rock nodes will also give you gravel and of course EXP from drilling. Turn it into 99 glasses and you will get 89 EXP. And go to this teleport near Succumen Silo Sigma. There are a bunch of blueberries in this area. When you're done picking, switch to another line and pick again. Picking berries also gives you 1 EXP, and while you are picking from bushes to bushes, you can drill some rocks on the way as well. 2 birds, 1 stone. Wait, no, 2 berries, 1 stone. Back to the base, let's make some soda. 99 soda takes 8 minutes and 15 seconds to make, and gives you 1336 EXP, which is the same time to make salt, but you get more EXP because of your hard work, so salute to you. The soda can be sold for $45 each, or you can drink them later on, which might be an alternative for making salt since you can't eat them. that you just want to get rid of, you get EXP in every single step for making the solder. But I would suggest you to do this method if you have extra stones. By the way, this also works for orange soda if you have some. The fourth method is to take advantage of the crafting deviants. You might want to take some of the decent pets you caught from last season, like Artisan's Touch, Space Tanner. They produce items that you need throughout the whole season, so it won't hurt if you take them out at once. If you don't want to spend points taking them out from the Space-Time backpack, or you are new to the game, don't worry. Some of these pets are actually rewards of side quest or main quest, like Half Seed, which you can get by defeating the boss in Gaia Cliff Monolith, which is an early game boss. Crafting these items will give you tons of EXP, with doing basically nothing. But it takes a while for the pets to make those ingredients out. It is such a great add-on as a passive EXP gain. If you have multiple crafting pets, then of course you will reach level 50 faster. The fifth method, I recommend you to do this around level 25 to 35 with a team of 4. And at least one of you have a little bit of upgraded weapons and armors. Remember to repair all your gears and take a good amount of ammo before getting in. Go to Securement Silo 5, fight to the boss stage. There are 4 nest sacks in the area. Damage the sacks, but do not destroy it, and the small monsters will keep coming out. Supposedly 4 people fighting together is ideal, but in the new season, people mainly play Joel's pistol, which has an explosion range. So grouping up the monsters and killing them together is pretty fast too. Other 3 team members can AFK at this corner. Take shifts. If you find your team lacking a bit of damage to clear the monsters, 2 players can be in the same shift. Each small monster will give you 55 EXP. I think the amount of EXP you got depends on your level. If you can, make this preserved deviated chops, which can increase acid gain by 50% when defeating deviants. Or this orange pie that doesn't need orange to make and looks like a pancake instead of a pie. This food will give you 25% more EXP, which is a great fit for this method. Finally guys, the last method, which is the trickiest, but also the best one to get EXP. Why is it the trickiest? Because of this method, you won't be able to solo or do this with just another 3 friends. What you need is a warband or the help of the whole server. And I'm not exaggerating, I really meant it. We are basically creating our own mini Pyro. The concept behind this method is that once a new server is created, everyone starts from stage 1 of the event, and other content will be unlocked at this second week. If you follow the methods I mentioned earlier, yeah, you are able to reach level 50 in a day, but those methods can be boring. Even if you are just playing casually without using my methods I mentioned, you will reach level 35 in a day or 2. But it is hard to reach level 50 because the game locks a certain area, so you cannot access the area with monsters that have higher level to make you level up faster. The hardest monsters you can fight are in the settlements, but everyone is unlocking the settlements as well. It is very often that you find no monsters in the settlements at all because someone else cleared the whole town before you arrived. Anyways, that's why this method is the least boring. Well, because combat is involved and with the most EXP, and you can double the EXP if you do it right. I will explain this later. One person, either from your warband or your server, needs to take out this Eclipse Cortex level 3. You need 40 of them. That person needs to sacrifice 3,600 resource points in total, for God's sake. Also, that person's base needs to be built on water and it's best to build near a teleportation tower. So people from other lines can switch lines easily and travel to the location to do this. As I mentioned, you need all the help you can get. Whoever decided to be that guy, I have so much respect for that person because even combat is involved in this method, you can AFK, except that poor but noble guy. Make sure the spawn spot doesn't have trees to block the line of fire, and it is open enough for a large number of players to be able to take a shot. This might be too much detail, but trust me on this. When a wave of monsters appears and there are so many players, you only need one emote that can hit the monster so you can have time to damage other monsters in order to get the max EXP out of one wave. If there are too many trees or buildings or tents, people are going to walk closer to the spawn spot and try to damage the monsters, and everyone is blocking everyone's ammunition and wasting time. Believe me, I left a couple of these fights only because the setup is not that great, and people that join don't know how to stop shooting in order to let the monsters die slowly, so other people can have EXP as well. So guys, please, control your body parts. I mean hands. I know it is against a gamer's instinct, but please try not to kill the monsters too quickly so others have a chance as well. Make sure you are teaming up with other people so that left side and right side is covered. You get EXP even you didn't damage the monsters by yourself, as long as your teammates hits it, so don't worry. Each monster gives you different EXP points, also depending on your level. I level up pretty quickly by myself, so the first time I joined these fights, I was around level 40, I think, until I reached level 50. Small monsters are level 35 and give me around 50 EXP to 99 EXP each. And elites gives me 200 EXP to 900 EXP each. My friends were around level 35 at that time. I remember they said it's 199 EXP for just one small monster and 1,400 for elites. But I'm sorry I don't have any video footage to confirm this and to be absolutely sure. For sure, this is the fastest way to level up, especially after level 35. After the last elite was out, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I just called him the Big Bull. Whoever starts the territory purification needs to destroy the Stardust Resonant Filter after the Big Bull is dead, and the Eclipse Cortex level 3 will drop. Pick it up and start all over again to reuse the Eclipse Cortex. Next to the foundation, build a stair upwards and place a ceiling on top. Then place the stardust resonant filter on it and remove the stairs. But I want to show you the wrong example. Look, the machine dropped, but it is still on the foundation. And here's the correct example. Same build, foundation, stairs, ceiling, and a machine. This time, when you remove the stairs, because there's no foundation to support the machine, it automatically breaks and turns back to materials. That's why the base needs to be on water for this to work. Also, the monsters are more likely to not be able to reach the machine. To start a new cycle, build it again and again and again. Did I mention you can AFK in this method as well? That's right, you can. Only if you have teammates. As I mentioned earlier, if your teammates hit the monsters, you can have EXP as well. 2 team members cover the left and right side, and the other 2 team members can just collect water while there is so much happening in the background. Yes, the water EXP and the combat EXP all together. But in order to make this work, that's why I think whoever started this territory purification is an angel, is a saint doing charity for the server. Not only does he or she needs to give up 3,600 resource points, cannot make the base pretty, cannot AFK, also needs to accept fan requests the whole time to make sure people can use the crafting station to repair the gears, and also have stoves for the AFKers to cook. How thoughtful and kind. The person in my server even set up a vending machine and set the materials price so low for people to buy to repair their gears or to make emulation. What a sweetheart! I want to point out that this method only works on week 1 because people are kinda trapped in the area and not able to do other stuff because of the area lock. If it is week 2 in your server, I don't think anyone will show up for your party. You can use this method if you are on a new server, or remember to do this in the next season. Are you excited? We can go to Winterland next season. Do you want to build a snowman? Come on, let's go and play. If you like this video, I appreciate if you give this video a thumbs up. And feel free to leave a comment if you find this video helpful. If you want to see more tutorials in my upcoming base tour video, remember to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you when I see you.